Hi there. Let's see if my microphone's working. Hold on. Okay, so you had mentioned that you reviewed the digital resources, but I saw that you didn't have an instructor account, so I'm not sure if you were able to get into everything. So I've created an instructor account for you. I'm going to walk you through what is available. The username and password are in the email. Here is your resource account. I've loaded the book for you already here. As far as resources go, we have MindTap. MindTap automatically comes with the loose leaf version of the book, which is what students are kind of navigating towards because of the price. But I'm going to show you that in just a second. The instructor companion website's here where you'd find flashcards, instructor manuals, and then we have the testing software that's right here. So for MindTap, because that's the bulk of what the resources are for this book, I can go to my MindTap portal right here, and I'm just going to say create a course, create a new course, and then follow these prompts here. MindTap is kind of an ebook that comes to life as I describe it. I'm just going to call this Marriage and Family. Students actually get 2 weeks of free access from the start date of the course. So everyone can get in, get to the ebook right away, get to the assignments without needing to rush to the bookstore. So all I've done is those quick things here, and then MindTap pre-populates, and then I can customize from MindTap. Here's my instructions for MindTap. Students would use these instructions to get into my course, or you could integrate it into Canvas. At that point, they wouldn't need instructions, they would find it there. If I go back now to my resource center, I see the course that I have just created right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click in this so I can show you. Again, also using MindTap in your course gives the students the ability to access MindTap on its own without any book because it is kind of a digital experience. Students have, they can access it from the MindTap app on their phone, etc. So I'm just going to skip the guided setups here and show you what this looks like. It is used in some of the sections of uh, I think, what is it, social 14 there or 114? I'm getting my schools mixed up. But it is used in several by several instructors there. So this is what MindTap looks like. I actually, I like to get rid of this here. This is just an at a glance grade book where as students begin to take assignments, those would populate here so I could just see a quick class average. But I don't like to see this right here. So I actually go up to here, go to course settings, dashboard, and I click that off so that I actually have the bigger plane to work from. Students, or I'm sorry, the grades you can see on this side of the page in the Progress app where you can pull all different kinds of reports and analytics. You can see how students are trending in the class, what they're having difficulty with. You can email students directly through their change grades, etc. Lots of capability. Again, all this can also flow into Canvas and to Canvas gradebooks or Canvas gradebook columns. So what we have here is, we call this the learning path. We organize everything into chapter, and then there's an activities. This will be able to actually see a very uniform look for every chapter so they know what to expect. So if I expand a chapter here, I first have my chapter ebook. Students can actually take notes and highlights within the ebook. They can have the ebook read to them. You can actually even edit the ebook as far as you can actually put your own content right into the ebook if you want to. A lot of times we know students don't read, or they just go to look for what they want. So some instructors will actually edit things into the ebook. So students actually have to go into the ebook and find items and then report back on whatever. I've seen instructors do it several different ways. But anyway, I can actually color edit, or I'm sorry, color highlight. I can add notes into the ebook. Those are automatically on the homepage. I can change font sizes, bookmark pages, print pages, and then I can have the ebook read to me using this right here. All the notes and highlights I take actually translate over here into the study hub where students can create study guides based upon their notes and highlights. They could also print them. They can find the bookmarks all located here. And then the read speaker is manipulated here. So students can actually speed up the reading, slow it down, change to male or female voice right through this app right there. So I'm going to click out of that. So we have the chapter ebook first. Then we have a couple counts towards grade. We have explore, analyze, and create. So these will be different types of assignments. Everything that you see is customizable. So by clicking on my edit tab, I'm able to customize everything, and I'll show you that in just a second. But I can actually click into any one of these things, and so you can do this on your own and explore it as a student would. Some of these, like the creates, are based upon group activities or some of them are individuals where actually this one is asking students to create a video that they would upload. All of the assignment details and instructions are built within the assignments. But if I turn my edit tab on now, here I have the ability to edit everything that I want to. I can also hide things. So if there are certain activities I decide I don't want to use, I can hide them altogether. It gets rid of them from my screen and the student screen. I can edit depending on the activity type. Excuse me. But depending on the activity type, I can actually edit options. Again, certain activities will give you certain different options to edit. This one, as soon as it pops up, and it doesn't usually take this long. I think the internet's a little slow in my house right now. But I have the ability to actually put things into practice mode, change the point value, etc. I can reorder things if I want to. So if I cover chapters in different orders, I can switch those around. I can add available dates and due dates here as well. So if I add an available date, students will not be able to get into it until I make that available. And then I can put a due date with the selected time. I say save, and then that will populate directly into the assignment. I've just done that right there. I can also edit multiple assignments at the same time by clicking on this here where my batch action comes up, and I can edit from there. So again, this is just a brief overview, so you can go in and start to explore. On the right side of the page, we have what we call MindTap apps. You actually have the ability to store your own content within this if you wanted to, within MindTap. Students can take notes and highlights. They have an RSS feed link, a glossary, a school portfolio they can build. The full ebook is right here. So if they're not looking at a certain chapter but want to go into the full ebook, they can do so here. And then this is actually, some of these aren't available to students, but this is actually how you would manipulate the group video activities. And then there are different options for more content. So if you actually wanted to build in midterms or finals or unit tests into that, you actually could do that. We can click here, that add a create tab. You can add a unit activity or folder, and then that could come from your own Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive. You can add, again, this would be a separate training, but we have all of the test banks, end of chapter, all stored within the some of these links here. So that would be a separate thing. But on the base, this is what we give you, 4 activities per each chapter. And then you can add, you can delete if you don't want to use the chapter altogether, you can get rid of it. We also have the calendar view here. So as you were to add activities and due dates, those would populate right here. So I just actually did one. I can see exactly when it's due during the given week. So students can access it right there as well. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, this is your Instructor Resource Center. All your details are in the email. If you are not wanting to use MindTap, if you decide to use this title and you don't want to use it as a required piece, some instructors will start using it as an extra credit, get student feedback, kind of test it out in the classroom, and then really decide how they want to use it. Other instructors just hop right in and they want to require it from day one because it does take a lot off your plate as well. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope this was helpful. Okay, bye-bye.